Welcome back to Dietitians Beyond Borders. I'm your host, Jennifer Chaloub, a registered dietitian, and I'm so excited to bring you another episode where we explore how nutrition and dietetics are practiced around the world. Every country has its own unique approach to food, health, and wellness, and today we're diving into Lebanon, a country rich in culture, history, and of course, incredible cuisine. Joining me today are three incredible dietitians from Lebanon who will give us insight into the dietetics field in the country, the challenges and the opportunities they face, and the role of nutrition in Lebanese healthcare and daily life. First, we have Marita Brahim, also called as Happy Wali, Noor Bouzardan, the nutrologist, and Fatin Ayub, who's the founder of Health Fusion Clinic. Welcome, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you.
thank
Yeah.
you.
So, before we dive into the dietetics field in Lebanon, I'd love for each of you to share a little bit about your journey, what inspired you to become a dietitian, and what does your current work look like. So we'll start with let's start with Noor.
Okay. So what made me go into this field is when I was at school, I was very interested about this. And when I used to go on Google, it was so confusing for me. And I found that this is like a whole world. And I was so interested and invested to get to know about nutrition. So when I did that at university, it became something I'm passionate about and I love it. And now, basically, my usual work days are online consultations, and I mostly work with people in the GCC area. And what makes me love what I do is seeing them, improve their lifestyle, their relationship with food, and how comfortable they are doing this without feeling that it's too much effort and it's a complicated diet. So, yeah, that's it.
Welcome, love it.
Mhm.
Fatin, if you'd like to go next, no problem.
Yes, what inspired me to become a dietitian is that I always wanted to major in something related to science, and I chose nutrition because it's basically about the mental and physical health, and it plays an important role in preventing and treating diseases. And I also had a personal experience. I was chubby since my childhood, and I used to get many negative comments which affected me. So I want to do something for a change.
So yes, how about you, Marita?
So also I chose to be a dietitian because I struggled with my weight during my adolescent years. So I was 20 kilos chubbier than now. And I visited a lot of dietitians and it didn't work. So I really wanted a solution. So that's why I became a dietitian and I knew the science behind what I was doing for these years. And this is the way I was able to lose the weight and keep it off for a long time. And this is the way I help my patients all around the world in Canada, US, GCC, and Lebanon, of course, to reach their goals without any stress, at their convenience, and in a sustainable way.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, I am honored to have both, well, the three of you here because truly, I mean, we technically come from the same university, right? And I'm sure the listeners and whoever's watching will be so excited to get to know how much nutrition has a huge impact in this country, how much dietitians play a huge role in this country. And yeah, I can't wait to dive in. So, every country has a different path to becoming a dietitian. Marita, can you walk us through the education and credentialing process in Lebanon, and what does it take to become a licensed dietitian?
Definitely. So, first of all, you have to study at the university, a bachelor's in nutrition. So, it's around 3 years. And then we have to do like an internship at a hospital for 6 months. And after the internship, we study for a period of time. And then we pass the official exam, the colloquium. And when we pass, we become a licensed dietitian and we can practice.
Perfect. Perfect. Noor, how is nutrition and dietetics perceived in Lebanon? Are dietitians well integrated into the healthcare system, or are there any challenges in like their recognition?
So in Lebanon, most of the people usually they just only relate a dietitian that she's only there to help you lose weight. Well, we're way more than that. And in the past few years, people have started learning more about what we actually do, that we can help them solve a lot of stuff regarding heart disease, diabetes, PCOS, IBS. These are very common problems we see, especially in the GCC. So people are starting to be more aware about what we can do way more than just helping them lose weight. And regarding the healthcare system, also a lot of doctors now tell their patients that they need to go see a dietitian. They don't just give them medication now, just like the old days. So we are getting more recognition, and people need us at hospitals, centers. So people now are seeking dietitians more than before for a lot of different cases, not just for weight loss.
This is truly, truly huge. I mean, all of you, like all three of you, know that I've been here for 4 years. But I remember when I was back in my internship, it was different, right? It was truly different. And it's so good to hear that, the past, 3, 4 years that they've been acknowledging us more, they've been giving us more value. And I truly hope it keeps on growing because nutrition is such a young science. There's so much that, we need to still evolve and and hopefully with this, with this podcast, a lot of people, whether they're healthcare professionals or not, truly understand our worth and our value. Nutrition is the number one preventative and also when it comes to treatment. So I truly, truly hope this keeps on, getting stronger and stronger in Lebanon. I love that. Perfect. So Lebanon is known for its Mediterranean diet and delicious cuisine. Fatin, how do traditional Lebanese food align with modern nutrition recommendations? And are there any misconceptions about Lebanese food and its health benefits?
Yeah, the Lebanese traditional foods aligns with the modern nutrition recommendations in several ways. It's rich in plant-based foods such as vegetables, legumes, and it's also rich in lean proteins such as the tawu. The legumes and vegetables, for example, such as tabbouleh and hummus, are rich in fiber, promoting uh, gut health and good digestion. We're known to have olive oil as the main source of fat, using it in salad dressings and in our cooking, which is rich in monounsaturated fats and is heart healthy. Also, our food is low in processed food and meats. We also tend to have a variety of food, such as in our Lebanese meza, which helps us get very nutrient-dense food with a portion control. And yeah, that's it. Yes, there is some misconceptions. For example, they think that our food is carb heavy due to our pita bread and manouche. However, we don't eat them on every meal or every day. Also, they think that our food is only based on meats, but in contrast, we have also other vegetarian options. And we have also stews, grilled meats, and stuffed vegetables, not only the Lebanese meza. They think that our food is heavy due to the known street foods, shawarma and fried falafel. However, we eat them in moderation.
Yes, I mean, I agree with you 100%. Truly, that I mean, our cuisine, I mean, I'm biased, right? I think truly it just has a variety of flavors, right? Benefits, as you mentioned. Now, yes, in our cuisine, especially the meza, we have a tendency to overeat, right? Definitely portion control is an issue. But it's definitely filled with lots of benefits that I think people all around the world should truly, truly enjoy and incorporate in their lifestyle.
Yes,
Excellent.
and it's you mentioned it's a key part of the Mediterranean diet, which is one of the top diets around the world.
Yes, especially these days with all the studies that they've been publishing. Yes, yes, yes. Great. Marita, as someone who has been in the field a bit more than the others, are there any emerging health concerns or nutrition trends that have gained popularity in Lebanon, such as like, as we know, right? Ketogenic diet, intermittent fasting, Atkins, the all red meat diet,
Carnivore diet, yeah. Uh,
carnivore. Yes, yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, Lebanese people do like these trends. They like to try different diets for them to see what works for them, which is not wrong. However, most of the time it doesn't work for their lifestyle. So they are searching for a diet that is not personalized for them. So it leads definitely to bad incomes. So that's why most of the people go on these diets and it's like a yo-yo. So they lose the weight for a specific period of time and then they regain it. So which is not sustainable. And definitely we all know the concern around the ketogenic diet and carnivore diet. So it increases cholesterol levels and it might impair heart health. So we have to focus on the Mediterranean diet, as Fatin said. So it's the best diet for us. And if we need to lose weight, we can go on a caloric deficit. So this is the solution that Lebanese people don't follow usually. However, it's that simple.
It truly is. It truly is. People, I feel like in general, all around the world, they truly love the quick fixes, right? Nobody wants to do the extra step and actually,
100%.
do the work. And as we know, right, whether in our field, in academia, or in experience, it truly shows that you have to put the work. Now, it doesn't mean that you do it alone. That's where we come in, right, to guide them, to help
Yeah.
them, and to be their like mini cheerleader, like that support system. But it's, yes, as you mentioned, nothing is sustainable when it comes to that. And I'm not sure about you ladies, but it is truly disappointing when you see dietitians promoting this, when you see somebody who's doing that, because that is not within our scope. We do not teach people how to do something for a short term that might hurt them on the long term. That is not what we do.
But these diets do tend to get popular. So I think that's why some dietitians follow this trend because people do like them, especially in Lebanon.
Yeah, and that's where the money comes in, right? That's
Yeah,
where more
100%.
dietitian can get more clientele because of those diets. But there's something called ethics,
Yeah.
and this is also very important in our field, right? So it's good to have a balance and kind of explain the whole situation. I mean, and I'm sure you get that as well, right? When you have a client like being stubborn to the point that no, they want to do intermittent fasting. And even though you explain to them the benefits and the side effects, you're going to try your best to keep on reiterating, right? But you want to make sure that the client is happy. So,
Yeah, for
some,
the intermittent fasting, it's fine because if it doesn't give the client what they want, it will not hurt them,
Mhm.
such as other diets.
Yeah,
But for example, ketogenic diet, carnivore diet, so they can be really harmful.
yeah,
So the patient should know what are the side effects of these diets.
exactly, exactly. Noor, what are some of the biggest challenges dietitians in Lebanon currently face, whether in clinical practice, public health, or even the private practice?
So basically, three problems came to mind, and we talked about them now, but I will elaborate about them. The
Please.
first issue is that many people in Lebanon have a very bad financial situation. So many want to enroll into having a good diet and following up with a good dietitian, but not all of them can do that. And many actually enroll like a month and then they can't subscribe the next month, so then they let it go. They need somebody to follow up with them and they're unable to do that. The second problem is that there's a lot of competition, obviously. So of course it makes it harder for dietitians, for even patients to know who to go to because they have a lot of options. So this is where they have to be smart about it, do their research, ask around a lot to know who to choose, who to go to. And the third issue is ethics. You talked about it, but there's really a lot of dietitians who have been causing patients a lot of, a bad relationship with food, eating disorders, misconceptions. I have patients who come to me and they're like, "Can I really eat bread?" And I'm like, "Yes, you can." Like, this is crazy. So this is for me the biggest issue, ethics. We do not have ethics, and unfortunately, nobody is there, to tell those dietitians that they're wrong and to give them like a punishment or something, because this is a very big issue. And I hope that in the next few years, people can be more aware of this and, they can do more research and know who to go to, because so many people now have phobia. They don't want to go to a dietitian anymore because of their previous experiences.
This is truly, truly sad. I mean, all those challenges, I'm sure, dietitians, even who are older than us, who are more experienced than us, they've been, dealing with the same thing for years. But I truly, truly hope, as you mentioned, that things will start changing. I truly hope I hope within our new government and our new, like that political sector as well, like, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to dietitians, there are so many, successful dietitians in Lebanon, and so many driven and come with passion and everything for the sake of the patient and the client. So I truly hope that there will be more guidance, there will be more kind of, as you mentioned, like, repercussions for those who are not ethically practicing, who are using social media, being influencers to a lot of people every day. And as people from the other side, looking at the screen, seeing the dietitian, right, seeing what, he or she are eating, truly, they can get played that way. So yeah, absolutely. Well, on the flip side, Fatin, what are some exciting opportunities or areas of growth in the nutrition field in Lebanon? What do you think, or what do you aspire to happen, within the next couple of years, as we were just talking?
Okay, so with the increasing awareness about health, and people are more being engaged in physical activities, sports nutrition is gaining popularity. Many dietitians are working in gyms with the athletes. Also, now the mindful eating, some dietitians are being only specialized in this field. Also, the social media has opened doors for many dietitians to work with the worldwide patients, and another way to share education and awareness through different platforms. Also, some like to create applications in order to help patients track their caloric needs, for example. Some non-governmental organizations are helpful, where dietitians work to prevent malnutrition and food insecurity. Um, yeah, and there's many opportunities. Also, some of us are being specialized in certain diseases now, also in gut health and diabetes management. So yeah, there are many growing areas recently. That's good.
Well, I'm excited, and I'm sure you all three are as well. And I just hope, this field just grows and grows and truly becomes something monumental in our country. We live, breathe food, right? This is what we do all day, every day. And I just hope that we continue on kind of flourishing this field in our country. Before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from each one of you. Which is one key takeaway or piece of advice you'd like to share with aspiring dietitians or anyone interested in nutrition in general? Anybody can start. No worries.
خلاص I'll start. So for anybody looking to go into this field, many people ask me, is it hard? Is it easy? For me, nothing is easy. You have to study, obviously. You have to be passionate about it. You have to, have sleepless nights sometimes, like any other major. But if you're somebody who's very passionate about it, go for it. If you see yourself listening to patients, being patient with them, doing your best to help them, not giving up on them, then, you can do it and anybody can do it. The most important thing is to be patient, because not all patients will come to you and they will be patient. Many will want quick results. Many will want you to explain more, talk more. So, yeah.
I love this. Thank you.
Okay, so I will go now. My advice is to be unique and like we previously said, to have strong ethics while practicing nutrition with patients, because you want to help patients reach results. However, we need sustainable results. So if you help a patient reach like aesthetic results and then they will gain it all back and more and develop an eating disorder, so this is not the job of a dietitian. So every new dietitian should keep that in mind. So to fix the relationship of the patient with food and not vice versa.
100%, I agree to the max. Thank you, Marita.
Yes, so as both Noor and Marita said, they should focus on education and non-restriction, and not to look on quick fixes, but rather sustainable lifestyle changes, to be a good listener and never to judge their patients.
You are all amazing and all, everything what you do and giving, your all to every single client, to every single patient. And I'm sure they're lucky to have you all. Thank you so much, ladies, for joining me on this episode of Dietitians Beyond Borders. It was fascinating to learn about the dietetics profession in Lebanon, the role of traditional Lebanese food and nutrition, and the opportunities and challenges in the field. Your insights are truly, truly invaluable. To our listeners, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with anyone interested in global nutrition. You can also follow us on Instagram and TikTok at RDs Beyond Borders. You'll see it down there for more updates and future episodes. Until next time, stay curious, stay nourished, and keep exploring the world of nutrition beyond borders. Thank you.